Obey Jesus, saving Bitcoin. Jeremy Hain. All right, the Eagles played. Why don't you get us started?
Okay.
They are now 4-2.
What's to say? I'll tell you one thing. I was at the gym this morning, and when I left, I asked Carlos, the manager, if he could give me the shirts that he promised, and asked for two, for the people that referred me over there. And he said once the shirts come in, definitely he'll give it to me. I said okay. And then we just talked a couple minutes about sports because I asked him, did he start watching his game again, which is the 49ers, because he stopped watching for 3 years. And he's like, you know what? I am now. I said, really? He goes, yeah. He says, it's time for me to start watching them again because, I was watching something the other night and they played a game and I'm like, God, I'm not even watching them like I did. So he said he's back with it. Well, anyway, the reason I brought that up is because I mentioned to him that, well, don't feel too bad. The Eagles lost 2 games. It happens, right? And I said that I don't get like very upset anymore like I used to be in years past, but I do get disappointed that they lost when they were doing so well, and try to figure out how they lost. But basically, the 2 games, like I said to Carlos, because he had said who his team rivals are for 49ers, and I said ours were Giants, which always used to be, and now they're going to be again because they beat us. They beat us fair and square, but they always kind of take it too far when they beat us, and which what made us start hating them to begin with years ago, like Dallas. So I think that's probably going to go back on again. Anyways, and I told him that we were beat by the Broncos, but our biggest enemies is Dallas. That I know of, okay? And then he had told me the enemies of his 49ers. So we talked about that for a couple minutes. So I said, yeah, I said they lost. He says, how's the next game's going to go? I said, I don't know. They're going to play the Detroit Lions. And from what I could tell, Lions are doing pretty good. They're 4-1. And when I was at the gym last week, I watched up on their big screen TV. They had football playing. I watched Detroit Lions dominate the Chiefs. And, before our Super Bowl with the Chiefs that we beat against, they were a pretty dominant game, right? They were not easy to beat, the Chiefs, right? For anybody. Well, anyways, so I watched that game. So I told Carlos that since I saw that on their big TV in the gym, I'm thinking we can't go around saying, oh, yeah, we're going to beat that team because, no. We said that about the Broncos and we said it about the Giants, and they both beat us fair and square. So I don't think that's a good idea to kind of say, oh, yeah, we're going to get that game, because right now they're, what, 4-2?
So, the Eagles are not a Super Bowl team. I kind of don't care anymore. I'm just going to enjoy my memories from last year. Let's give it to the Kansas City Chiefs, the Tom Brady, Patriots, the Cowboys of the 90s,
Steelers.
the Steelers of the 70s, the 49ers of the 80s. Very difficult to go back to back to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
In the period of free agency, much harder. Eagles, when we get to a Super Bowl, we've been to 2 Super Bowls with Nick, and in those 2, afterwards, we lost 3 defensive coordinators. And the only reason Vic Fangio isn't a head coach is because he don't want to be. He's older. He's from Philly. He's already said his last stop is here before he retires. So, no anger, but they're not a Super Bowl team. You do have everybody understands that Kevin Patullo is weak as an offensive coordinator, and, Kellen Moore was quite good.
Mm-hmm.
And Kellen Moore is terrible as a head coach in New Orleans because he doesn't have a quarterback. I don't see how he's not trading for Tanner Mckee. But I can't trade Tanner Mckee because I want to start Tanner Mckee for Philly. Jalen Hurts, I don't know how else to say this, but we lost the game against the Broncos by 4. And in the third quarter, I mean, you just can't ignore stuff. You just can't. I love Jalen Hurts. He's not seeing the field. This incomplete pass um, to AJ Brown right here, passing complete deep middle. That's when AJ was running alone. He stutter stepped on their power tackling safety, Chufunga, and Hufunga. And that dude's not there to cover the deep middle. He's there to enforce and blitz and smack people on slants and deep ends and all that. And Kevin Butullo lit him up. Perfect setup. Ba-ba. Hufunga goes outside. Brown takes off inside alone. And my quarterback overthrows him by 15 yards. Now, at that point, it's 17-3. Guys, that should be 24-3 ball game.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts missed him by a mile. We were doing our podcast, and we were talking about Jalen Hurts doesn't throw catchable. I was saying Jalen Hurts doesn't throw catchable passes to A.J. Brown. I've been watching it all year. Go routes, 18 yards out of bounds. It looks like he's hating A.J. Brown so much he won't throw him a good pass. That was an easy touchdown. An NFL quarterback lives for that. Busted coverage, got him. It was set up. He's obviously on that route, the primary, and your $55 million a year captain, leader of the team, overthrows him by 15 yards. And I say that was an FU pass to him. I can't curse because I don't want to cut it all out. So I'm just going to try and talk G-rated. That's Jalen Hurts. Should be 24-3. And at that point, even if our defense collapses and gives up 18 points, they got 21, we got 24.
Yeah.
We win.
Yeah.
All right? Last week.
That was Broncos.
That was Broncos.
Yeah.
That's about a week ago because today's Saturday. Now let's go to Thursday. Again, third quarter. That game we were up 17-3. That would have been 24-3 ball game.
Yeah.
Get well game for AJ. Gets a second touchdown. Blows the game open. Smiles all around. He gets that touchdown. Devontae, he still would have went over 100. Passing game looking good. You win. They fought the good fight, but we beat them.
Yeah.
And that's the story, and we all move on. And it's like, we're a little predictable. You could tell they know what we're doing. Based on certain formations, they can tell if we're going to run or pass, and they're guessing right. A lot of time, we're having a lot of punts, but that would have been a touchdown in the third quarter. Instead, we go over in the second half. All our points were in, I think, the first half. Wait, I want to make sure I got that right.
Are you talking about the Giants now?
No, I'm talking about Denver.
Oh, you're still talking about? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait. We don't score points in the entire second half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Against Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Same deal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We don't score points at all in the second half. And in that Denver game, that would have been a touchdown to A.J. Brown in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. Now, we would have scored points. Now you don't have this weird narrative growing that Kevin Butullo can't get guys open in the second half because your quarterback overthrew the primary on a wide open play down the middle of the field. High school kids can throw that pass.
Yeah.
There's something going on with Jalen Hurts.
And Goddard got the one at Broncos, right? He got that touchdown. Was it Goddard?
I don't remember.
At Broncos, I think.
But let me focus on this, please. So, it was our first possession. This is against the Giants on Thursday night. Our first possession. We come out, it's 17-20. Our defense was terrible in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, and terrible all game. But things change when you get a lead. So we held them 5 plays. They get 8 yards. A minute, 17 seconds off the clock. We get the ball back. We scored a touchdown. We're up 4.
Yeah.
It's 24-20.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts pass incomplete deep to Devontae Smith. Wide open, streaking. I don't know if he's the primary, but it was a busted coverage. An NFL quarterback has got to make it. He's got to throw this ball. And both, this is the worst part, both AJ and Smitty were so open
they were.
that you could have just pop-balled it way high.
Yeah.
And fine, he would have slowed down and waited for it and then maybe get tackled, but it's a 30-yard play.
Yeah.
And maybe those guys are so good with the ball in their hands that maybe they still make the touchdown. But if you throw an alright pass, it's an easy touchdown.
Yeah.
And he overthrows him by 15 yards.
Yeah.
So that isn't a seeing the field problem. That's Jalen Hurts doing something.
Is that a personnel problem?
Is that a sabotage problem?
So it's a personnel.
Is that a sabotage problem?
Oh, a sabotage. What's worse?
It's kind of hard for me to believe that a man of Jalen Hurts' capability is that off 2 weeks in a row. Not even 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
5 days apart. Yeah. Sunday and a Monday and a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 days later.
Yeah.
So 5 days, 4 days later. But within 5 days, he's played 2 games, 4 days apart.
Yeah.
And he misses his star receivers in the same scenario. One down the middle of the field, 15 yards. Just no chance. Totally uncatchable. And then Devontae Smith. Now, I don't know he's got a problem with Devontae Smith. I got to sit Jalen Hurts. And I'll explain it to him simply. I'm going to pretend to be head coach. Something's wrong with you. Tell me what's wrong. What is going on? Because I see a guy, and I'm suspecting you of intentionally missing them throws.
That's not good.
Are you a saboteur, bro?
Yeah.
Because I can't. That's one thing. I got to cut you, trade you, whatever. You can't be here.
Yeah.
Does he hate Kevin Patullo? Is he done with Nick? It's beyond AJ because this was to Devontae. Devontae's not known for making people hate him.
No.
And AJ did not have that reputation until he got here.
Yeah.
And at the first, Jalen Hurts and him were best friends.
Yeah.
And somewhere in 2023, I guess it fell apart. Look, an NFL quarterback has to hit those passes. If we hit that pass, it's 24-20.
Yeah.
Whole different second half. If we don't score again, fine. But I doubt this 34 pops up.
That was not a good, no.
And then Jalen throws should have been a pick six, and he gives up and doesn't make the tackle.
Yeah.
Something going on with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. They got double the points.
And I'm not a Jalen Hurts hater at all.
Neither
am I. She can tell you.
No, he's not. Mm-mm.
Something's wrong with him.
So we have to figure out what it is then.
And I got to put in Tanner Mckee.
All right, then that's what they got to do.
At Minnesota.
Yeah.
Now, they won't.
Oh.
And I have a feeling this is a 9 or 10 win season now. But I'm not even going to sugarcoat. Our defense is terrible without Jalen Carter. And early, Quinyon Mitchell got hurt. I mean, we had Adoree and Keeley out there.
And Blankenship got hurt.
But he came back.
Oh, good.
And how do you give up 34 to the Giants without Malik Neighbors?
Who's Malik Neighbors?
Their best wide receiver. He's a second-year guy. He's very good.
The Giants.
He tore his ACL.
Giants.
Yeah, he tore it like 2-3 weeks ago. So, I mean, and then Jordan Davis disappears. It's 3 games now. I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Yo, you ain't getting $50 million a year from me because you had a blocked field goal in the Rams game.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where you been?
Yeah.
Now, Ty Robinson, he got like one pressure and he smacked a pass. And I mean, he did something. I think Jordan Davis did get a sack.
Bourne did something. What did Bourne do?
Look. All right, so yeah, he got a sack against the Giants. All right, I'm sorry. Jordan Davis did something. He got a sack. But I saw a defensive line in the fourth quarter. I mean, of course, once your quarterback throws the pick, in the very next series, A.J. Dillon, the ball hits him and his hands just throw it out of bounds at the 4. And then later in that same drive, he catches it and fumbles. Yo.
Our whole team is. I don't know what's going on, you guys.
It's a 9 or 10 win season.
It's
but
but
this is what I'm saying. I don't know how long Jalen Carter's going to be hurt. He's had the bad shoulder since training camp. So we haven't seen last year's Jalen Carter all year. Probably won't see it this year. But his presence alone is enough. Even at 80%, I'll take him.
And probably won't see Lane either because he's hurt again with his ankle.
Is he? So here's the deal. With the way we played the last 2 games, we're 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. We're 0-6.
Yeah.
If we play like that to start this season. If we played like that these last 2 games, we hadn't won a game yet. That's how bad they were. And if they play like this against Minnesota, this is a loss. They'll be 4-3. How can I guess they'll turn around against the Giants? They just got smoked. And then we had to buy 4-4. This is like everybody's calling for Nick to be fired.
Oh, I thought we were playing the Lions soon.
Yeah, so we got Minnesota. We're playing the Lions in a month.
Oh, okay.
So today's October, 10th? A month and a week.
November. Oh, all right.
But, we're not going to beat the Packers at Green Bay. We're not going to beat the Lions. I don't think we can beat Dallas again. Maybe we can beat the Bears.
Well, yeah.
I don't think we beat the Chargers. Maybe we beat... we ain't going to beat Buffalo. But maybe we split with Washington. But I got to tell you... no anger. You just won the Super Bowl. But this is a 9-10 win team at its best. If they get back to playing the way they did the first 4 games, 6-2. I still think you'll lose these 2 6-4 at Dallas, maybe 7-4, maybe 6-5, win there, maybe 8. I think that's a loss, 8-6. 9. Gonna lose that. Beat the Commanders, maybe 10, but do you win the division? I don't even know if Philly makes the playoffs.
Not if they keep going at this speed, they won't. How many games are there in the season before the championship game, the playoffs come?
17.
All right, so 2 out of 17 they lost so far.
But this is beyond alarming. That Jalen missed those 2 because this would have been a win for sure. 5-0. And then this is definitely a closer game. I would suspect that we pull that out. Now we're 5-1 or 6-0. And instead we're 4-2 and you're looking at the schedule with the way they're playing and I don't trust my quarterback.
Yeah.
So I gotta play Tanner Mckee. Nick will not. So I can't say that I have any interest anymore in the 2025 season.
Well, Nick's going to have to play ball, and he's going to have to put away his own personal stuff, and he's going to have to think of what was best for everyone, including the fans, and he's got to put McKee in and say, Jalen, until you can get your stuff back together, Yeah,
but I'm not going to say it's all Jalen Hurts' fault. But within the construct of a bad offensive coordinator. Let me just state for the record, if any of you losing your mind, Kevin Patullo is a bad offensive coordinator. Or maybe it's just a bad play caller. I don't know. But within that, streaking, wide open receivers. 24-3 is so different than 17-3 with a waning third quarter. Now Denver's just like, all right. We played them tough in the first half. Too much firepower. It ends. It's a win. If he hits AJ, it's 24-3. Denver gives up. It's a win. They simply don't have enough time. Against the Giants, it's a whole different game if it's 24-20.
Well, the thing about the Eagles, I'll say this.
Something is wrong with QB1.
When
And
they
I gotta give Tanner a chance
when they start
because he's
losing,
shown he can funk. When he comes in there, he's slinging it.
when they start losing 2 games in a row like this, I've seen it before where they just start to slack off and they just start losing and they get
Snowball.
on a losing streak. And the thing about that
And
is,
that's a bad head coach
the
thing. That's a
guy,
Nick thing. He can't
well,
shake him out of it.
the thing is that the most important thing, more importantly, is that it's a business first. It's a corporate business and it has shareholders. And how much money did they lose on that first loss?
Yeah, Jeffrey
And
Lurie's
how
the
much
owner.
money did they lose on the second loss?
But Jeffrey Lurie is not 100% owner. In fact, he almost lost a team in a divorce.
Well, then there you go. So you got that. Now, on one hand, okay, Jalen's not doing, he's not up to par. They got to bench him and got to bring up Mckee, try him out as a start, okay? And if Nick don't like it, well, they got to override Nick, okay? Simply override him. Lurie's going to have to come out and he's going to say, look, guys, I can't have another loss. Shareholders are on me. You know, big loss of money on both times. I got to have you sit Jalen down, have him get through his situation, start Mckee out. That's it. And if Nick doesn't like it, then override Nick too. I don't care. Whoever can override him, and it has to be Lurie because he's the owner or part owner or whatever he is. But if I was looking at a business modular right now and I was a shareholder, I would be telling Lurie exactly what I'm saying now. At a business point, it's not fun and games. It's fun and games when you're little, if you're a fan and you're watching. But even fans, if you saw the faces on the fans during those losses, it's like, they pay a lot of money because I've done it. I'm serious, guys.
A lot of them don't
They
have
pay
it.
a lot of money as blue collar workers, most of them, 2-job family type things, where they got to pay that kind of money for a ticket. And then they got to pay for parking. And God forbid, oh my gosh, could we have a hot dog? Seriously, okay? To go there and to watch them play so horribly, and especially to one of our nemesis, Giants. So I have a feeling that's going to start back up. And for a while, it's been quiet. And we only had Dallas. But I think it's going to be with Giants because Giants aren't good winners. They beat us, but they go on and on about it in a way where it starts pissing off the fans. And then they're going to start thinking back on how we hated them. So, I mean, really, it's enough with one team with Dallas, much less two. So we got that. But mainly, okay, and that was for the fans. That's why I said that. But for corporate business, shareholders, they think of loss, money, revenue. They go to Lurie. Lurie, get it together. Lurie goes to his GM or whoever it is, get it together. It goes down to it gets to Nick, and then it goes down to the player. Well, we all obviously see something's up with Jalen, as good as he is, and how much everyone loves him. Sometimes you got to sit that person down and say, get it together. You got to work through it. Put personal things aside and say, this is business. You're getting paid $50 million, $55 million, get it together. We're going to start Mckee. And Nick's going to have to do it. That's it. They got to tell Nick he's got to do it, okay? Because sometimes I think he figures, he's the one who makes the calls. No, there's always somebody higher. Lurie knows that. Always somebody higher. So as a business modular, that's what they're going to have to do.
Look what Tennessee did. They decided to pay a quarterback. They had a choice between A.J. Brown, top money, or Ryan Tannehill, top money. They traded A.J. Brown to us.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Tannehill was terrible because he had no one to throw to. They could no longer run the ball to Derrick Henry because the world was within 7 yards of the lines of scrimmage. You got no receivers. I'm putting 9 in the box. Whatever. You got no receivers. I'm not worried about you. You're not gonna run on us. We're gonna make you punt. You'll score 13 points this game. You can't get the ball down the field. We aren't gonna let you run, and you can't pass because you don't have guys who can get up and catch against regular old corners. Don't make the same mistake as Tennessee. A.J. Brown is better as a wide receiver than Jalen Hurts is as a quarterback. And I believe Ryan Tannehill, that decision to go with Tannehill over A.J. Brown destroyed 4 seasons. How long we had AJ?
4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Well, they've
I
been
think
terrible
4.
since.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, don't make that mistake. Star power. I like Jalen. The fact that you got him in the second round and didn't have to do the 3 first-round picks and slowly develop him, great. I love Jalen Hurts. But if I got to choose between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, Tanner Mckee, how's your thumb?
Yeah.
Sorry, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown's better
Yeah.
as a receiver than you are a quarterback.
Yeah.
And Devontae Smith and A.J. eat when Tanner plays. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen Jahan Dotson become a star.
Oh, Dotson's
when
pretty
Tanner
good.
McKee was playing.
Yeah, Dotson's pretty
Goddard, pass,
Yeah.
just zip,
Yeah.
zip
Yeah.
on him. Look, if my offensive coordinator sets up a play call and the defense knows it's a pass based on formation, and they're guessing right so often. But
Yeah.
look, Patullo's not good. You're not going to hear me say it's Jalen Hurts, not Patullo. He's not good. But if that's what you have,
Yeah.
and they can tell by formation and down distance, blah, 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 they study.
Mm-hmm.
They have an idea it's a pass and a run, and they're guessing with high accuracy, as they are. Then you need the better passer.
Yeah.
At quarterback.
Yeah.
And there's times I think Jalen can't see the field. He's only 6'1".
Yeah.
Tanner McKee 6'5".
Yeah.
So you need the guy that can see down the field. Let's make sure. I'll make sure I'm saying it right. He's definitely taller. 6'6".
Well, there you go.
So this guy
5
can
inches
actually
taller.
see.
That's something.
Like he's not thrown to a spot blind. I know you smaller quarterbacks do it.
Yeah.
I know they do because you can't see.
You can't
He's
see.
6'1". Average dude in front of you, 6'5",
Yeah.
and hands. This
Yeah.
dude's 6'6". He just looks. Oh, he's streaking. Boom. When I see Tanner McKee handle the offense, it's zip, zip, zip. I see command. I see decision. Sometimes he leans too much to the same guy. Giants almost picked him last year because he kept going on the deep out route to Jahan Dotson. But how good and NFL worthy did Jahan Dotson look last year in that game with him? Yeah. He was feeding Dotson and Goddard. Mm-hmm. And Goddard looked like a star tight end.
Goddard is a star.
And they didn't play AJ or Devontae in that game because they were resting starters. Give Tanner a full game.
Yeah.
With the whole first squad.
That sounds fair.
And let me see him.
That's fair.
Grip it and rip it to AJ and Devontae and the whole crew. You don't need Jalen's mobility. I know Tanner's a statue. I get it. But you got Saquon. I can plug and play quarterbacks.
I don't think it's going to happen.
You can't plug and play. There's no other A.J. Brown. There's a bunch of dudes that can play ball control quarterback.
I don't think it's going to happen with he's going to switch off.
No, this 100% will not happen.
Yeah, in theory, it will, but in practice. But in reality, Nick being Nick and a stubborn person that his persona is, he's not going to change routes. He's not going to change anything. He's not going to change any of his game. He's going to put Jalen out just like he's been putting him out for each game, and he's just going to say, okay, well, we're going to hope this is going to get better this time. There is no that hope. Let the fans do the hoping. Okay, we're great at it. Let us do you're a coach. You can't go on hope. Okay, let us do the hope. Okay, put McKee in. Let Jalen think about his whatever he's going through. Give him a chance to figure it out.
And look.
Because he is a great quarterback. And Jeremy will tell you, I've defended Jalen all the time about everything.
I have too.
But this time, no. Because those 2 games we should have won. We should have beat Broncos and we should have beat Giants. Because the Giants aren't the mighty Giants of the 90s.
I can live with the Giants loss, honestly.
I can.
Because Jalen Carter hurt, Quinn Young got hurt early, and our corners stink. What is going on?
I don't know, but I'm exhausted by this.
Yeah.
I'll wrap it up.
All right.
I have nothing more to say. I said everything I had to say. I don't want to just keep repeating myself because it's just not
I've
worth
been
it.
saying the same. I'm probably going to cut
this. It's not worth it. That's why.
I'm going to cut this down to like 4 minutes. And it's just, we should probably start Tanner McKee. Yeah, I'm going to cut this down.
I feel like we've just venting now.
I want to cut this down.
Yeah. But the most important key point for me, who've been watching for 60 years, okay? Sit Jalen out. Let him get his stuff together. start McKee. It's the ball, as they say, and I am going to punt this as the saying. The ball's in your court, Lori. You're the owner. Do the right thing for us fans. You know you are the best fans in the whole wide world. We all know it. So prove it and tell Nick to sit Jalen out, give him some time to breathe, and start McKee.
I'm not the fan I used to be because I've seen them watch Super Bowls. So the addiction's gone. Like you've seen me. I just walk out the room now.
Yeah.
When they play like ass, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
We're
all feel better about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a lunatic.
Especially little John Wick the dog.
Yeah. I'm a lunatic. But my expectations are gone. It's a 9 or 10 win team maybe, and the wheels could fall off, and we could be a 7-win team.
Yeah.
And I sense that we're gonna have to choose between AJ and Jalen, and I'm keeping AJ and starting Tanner McKee.
Yeah.
Don't make me choose Jalen Hurts. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Obey Jesus, saving Bitcoin. Jeremy Hayne.